Morning, Molly!
Well, good morning. By the way, haven't you sold that shit bucket yet?
No. She's like a fine wine.
Sounds more like a Wayne value to me.
Hello everybody. Guess what today is? My own van, flipping Mercedes 109cdi 2005. Now, as a lot of you might notice here in the UK, winter's in the post, and luckily for me, my heater blower motor decided to take a dump on me just as the windscreen starts to ice up. So I thought to myself, there is no way. I mean, I don't like spending money on this van at the best of times, but I'm going to have to. This is like a gotta be done. There is no way when it freezes up and the windscreen is completely covered in ice and condensation and God only knows what. I'm not going to sit there with a chamois lever trying to get it off, or an ice scraper. I actually like to come out in the morning and start the van up, put the heaters on full and let it defrost itself, sit indoors and have a drink while I'm waiting for it. But anyway, typical, the heater blower packs up. To be fair though, this is an 05 van. It's got about 206,000 miles on the clock now, so it's been round there. It's been to the goddamn moon and back, or at least got halfway there. And I suppose it was about time it took a dump anyway. So I'm going to change it. But here's the thing: as I found, it's looking like you have to take the entire fascia out of the van in order to get to the blower motor. It's not under the bonnet. I thought it would be by the scuttle panel under the wipers, but it's not. It's actually inside. But we found a very clever little way of getting it out, which will save you probably an entire frigging day. So I've actually unbolted it all. So I'm just going to show you sort of like quickly how it comes out and all that, and where the heat resistor and all that is. And this is a nice little workaround. See, the actual heater blower motor, it's like two fans and the motor's in the middle. I'll show you it in a minute. And it sits right on top of the actual heater unit, right here underneath this tray where you put all like your paperwork. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you the quick way of doing this. Now, I would try not to shake the camera too much if I can help it. On this paper tray, there'll be two blanking plugs, one either side, with a Torx 20 headed screw in each side. If you take them out, then you can lift this up a little bit, and then the whole tray will pull forward towards me. It will come out quite easily, like that. And you can see the little tabs that slide in. That's nice and straightforward. Now, underneath, like I said, I've already taken this all apart, so I can get it out easier. But under there, you'll see this piece of plastic. Now, I just used an angle grinder just to chop these off, because it was what was available to me at the time, which was last night. But anyway, and it's like this piece of plastic. Do you know what? I don't care. I'd rather do it like this than take the entire dash out, because I'm telling you now, if you had to take this entire fascia out of this van, it would be time consuming and bloody well annoying. So we're not doing it. We're doing it the quick and easy way. Now, once that piece of plastic is out of the way, there is 3 plug connectors that are of relevance here. You've got this one, which goes to your heater resistor, which is just here. I'll show you that in a minute when I get it out. There's another one here that goes to your motor, and the third one, which this is the problem one, it goes underneath the back of the dash, and it's a bit hard to get down there, but under there's another connector. But what I did to save messing around, the piece of plastic here, I chopped a line down either side so I could pull that piece of plastic up like a little flap, and in effect there is another little plug connector under there, and you can actually get a little screwdriver onto that tab, push the tab in and pull the plug connector out. and it's a lot easier with that piece of plastic up like that. And of course you can just pop it back down when you put it all back together. Anyway, now that your wiring's out the way, there are 3 Torx 20-headed screws which hold this heater unit on. You take them screws out. I'll show you where they go in a minute when I get it out of here. Well, when them screws are out, it's really quite easy. Just pull your wiring out to one side, and then you can just grab this, and the whole thing will literally just come out. So it comes out, the back end comes out first, and I'll show you, because when you have to put this back in, you want to pop the front end in first, otherwise you won't get it back in. But yeah, that will come out like that. There she is, and you will see the 2 screws there at the front and 1 screw further back. They're only like little Torx 20-headed screws, nice and simple, and this thing just literally slots into place. And you see there's your heater resistor built into it, and that'll be your plug connector. So I say, even if you wanted to change the heater resistor in this, you would probably at the very least have to take all this front panel off, I would have thought. You'd be able to get the heater resistor out, but you wouldn't be able to get the heater blower motor out. You'd literally, I'm telling you, I'm pretty convinced you'd have to take the entire fascia out. But anyway, the easy bit now is, once that panel is out of the way, your fan, which sits just in there, it's only held on by like 3 little grommets, which aren't even holding it very tightly at all. They just loose, so it just lifts out like that, nice and easy. And there you go, get a new fan, pop it in, job done. Well, that's it then. I do have to wonder though, I know this is my own van and it doesn't bloody matter, but if this was a customer's van and the blower motor was knackered and you had to change it, what would you say to them if you knew how to do it this way? Would you say to them, hey customer, I've got to take your entire dashboard out, it's going to cost you a shed load of money to do it? Or would you say to them, but guess what, there's a little workaround which involves a bit of butchery underneath your dashboard, which could save you quite a bit of money? So what would you say? What would you do? I would go down the route of telling them the short way and see what they say. But there again, some people might want it done the proper way anyway. But there, the way I see it, this is an 05 plate van. It's pretty old now. It's done 206,000 miles. Nobody would give a goddamn shit. They would just say, butcher it. Because at the end of it, when that tray goes back in the dash, no one's going to be the wiser. No one's going to see any damage to it. So I think that's fantastic. That's taken, it took me about all of 10 minutes to get that apart. And yet if I had to take that fascia out, it could have been the best part of a bloody day. So I'm happy. I'm going to go on eBay now and purchase myself a nice cheap version of this, because I don't care. At least it's going to work for a little while. Anyway, that's it. I'll try and find something else to talk about in a little while. So till the next time guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Adios.